big time rushing performance from you guys yesterday. Robinson had just 25 yards on the ground. I'm curious, Coach Weaver mentioned last week the idea of playing as one collective unit on the defensive line. I'm curious where you feel like the team was yesterday in terms of playing together to stop the run.
Man, I think we was all together. To me, that was like probably one of the best defense games we don't play fully to stop the run, and then showed yesterday by having him, stop him at 25 yards.
Was that kind of like a personal challenge to you guys, knowing that he had come into the game with all these stats and numbers? That was kind of a challenge for you guys to shut him down?
Yes, sir. That's one thing we always focus on at the beginning of the week, stopping the run. We knew that Benji was their best back, so we had to take him out the game.
Thank you.
David?
Hey, Benito. Good morning. So quick turnaround now to face the Ravens rushing attack. What do you think it'll take against Derrick Henry and now the anticipated return of Lamar Jackson also in that mix?
They both great players, and like last week, we just got to stop the run. That's what all offenses do. They want to start their run game first, then venture out to passing. But if we stop Derrick Henry and limit him to X amount of yards on 100-yard rushing, and I think we can do the same thing.
Also wanted to ask you, what was it about this team, this roster, that this group remained committed to the process, to the messaging from coaching through the losses? You guys entered on a 3-game losing streak. We're 1-6 going in, and then I think obviously the results showed that you guys stayed true to your process.
Yeah, I mean, it's we look at it like it's still a lot of ball left. We just want to be 1-0 every week, and we believe in the process for sure. Wins and losses, they happen, but we always want to win more than we lose, and that's what we come to work every day to try to get better.
I appreciate you. Thanks.
Isaiah?
Morning, Benito. I'm curious, what were some of the things that you guys did well against Bijan that you believe can carry over to this week against Derrick Henry?
Oh man, just reading just focusing on what we need to focus on. The backfield sets, the old lineman sets, and everything like that, and just eliminating what you can and what you can't get. If it's a pass, then play pass. If it's a run, play run, and all 11 are locked in on run, and we'll stop the run.
And to that end, I think one of the things you guys did well was kind of forcing Bijan inside, right? I'm not letting him get to the outside. Is that kind of the same philosophy you want to take with Derrick Henry coming into town?
Yes, of course. Just make sure all the edges sets and bring the ball back to the middle. That's where majority of the people in the defense. So just keep it in the box.
Appreciate you.
Omar?
Benito, I saw you play 41 snaps as a rookie when you were here with the Miami Dolphins. Put yourself in Jordan Phillips and Kenneth Grant's position. What would that process be like for you if you had to play more snaps as a rookie?
Oh, man, I'd be nervous, and I know them guys probably nervous, but we on like week 8 now, so I think they done got over that nervous part. But yeah, with me, my rookie year, I didn't have OTAs or rookie mini camp or anything like that because of COVID. But yeah, it would have been really, like a nervous thing. But I would probably went out there and still get my job.
What do you tell them now that they're at that mid-season point and sort of the game is probably slowed down for them?
Oh man, just keep balling, keep playing. Week in, week out, ain't nothing really gonna change. You still gotta whoop the man in front of you every week. So, ain't nothing changed.
Thank you, Benito.
Alan?
Good morning, Benito. Wanted to ask you your general outlook on Thursday games, and is it any different this week because you guys are coming off such an impressive win and such a much needed win?
It's just a Thursday game, shorter week, but like I said, we still just got to focus on what we need to focus on, be 1-0 this week, and just worry about the Baltimore Ravens.
And my quick question is, how would you compare the challenge of trying to contain, stop Derrick Henry as opposed to Bijan Robinson?
I don't see it as a challenge. It just, we just got to stop the run. He's a bigger guy for sure, but he can't run without his legs.
Yep.
Barry?
Hi, Benito. We've seen some great blocks by Brewer these last couple of weeks. What makes him such an effective run blocker as a center, just from your practice experience with him?
Brewer's a great center. He can move. He can get up to every level. He quick, strong, and you don't get that from most centers. They just want to do one job and beat the guy in front of them. But Brewer get across your face and get it to the second level quick.